this man is one of the hardest working DJs, and luckily this dude is on the road all year round with one of the greatest to ever take the mic. This guy who's with this DJ, when he takes the mic, he doesn't rap, but he gives you the greatest routines that you could ever want. His name is Dave Chappelle, and his personal DJ Trauma, right here tonight.
Yeah, what's
There we
up? What's
go.
up?
There
So
we
well,
go.
Shaheem, what's goody?
What's up, my brother?
It's good,
Man,
man.
I was enjoying
All right.
skill set. He played a couple of things that I had to be
Oh,
like, okay, let me Shazam that real quick.
Hell yeah, man. Trauma, when you
exactly.
was coming up, when you was a young guy, man, who was some of the DJs that you looked up to?
Definitely Red Alert, definitely Kid Capri when it came to rocking parties. Who else? There was a guy in Atlanta called Kemet. He used to do all the house, and he was cold, and his blends and his
Kemet.
And he's just like he's an all around. He could play any type of set and just smash it. And he was very smooth, and so like whereas a Kid Capri would like talk and drop records, he was very smooth. So I learned from both of them, from both those. Those were my two like party influences, and then like my boy DJ Mars, even though we were like the same age, he was a little bit more advanced skill wise. So he definitely taught me a lot. There's so many DJs, but I'm one of those. I was one of those cats who would just kind of like sit in the corner and just watch people.
The dope thing about you, man, much like Kid Capri, who, you know, we knew Kid Capri for years, man. He was one of the biggest mixtape DJs in the street. He got on radio. He was putting out albums. And then he got on to this classic thing called Def Comedy Jam, man, where he turned into the superstar rock star DJ, and he was just going around, man. And with you, man, you kind of got the same thing going, you know, the comedy, you know, Dave Chappelle with everything that he does. He's such a big star, man. When you go to his shows, it's not like going to a regular comedy show. It's like going to one of these big Jay-Z and Beyonce concerts, man. Like the last time I was with you, me and Ramon, we was out in South Africa in a football stadium. Oh my, I'm talking about no, pardon me, I'm being disrespectful. It wasn't a football stadium, it was a soccer stadium. Pardon me. 100,000 people plus.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Tearing it down, man. How has this journey, man, with Dave getting God bless Dave that he's back and he's better than ever. And he's so active now, man. We went through a little time period where Dave was just chilling with the fam, and he's back with a vengeance. He's putting out nothing but classics, and he's always on that road. How's this journey been with him, man?
Oh man, listen, it is 100% the greatest job I've ever had, hands down.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, and just Dave as a person is just generous. You know, he's easy to work with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's open to my ideas when with music and songs, and he has so many great ideas. I've learned so much about music just from him. You know, the stuff that he just plays on an off time, and he knows so much music. So it's been great. Like, and it's weird to be in a position where you're making history as you're doing it. Like, for a fact that you're making history. Like when we did those Radio City, shows, the first ones and the next ones with the music. You're creating history. When he's filming these specials and I'm there, I know, like when Sticks and Stones was being filmed, we knew that this was gonna be like, that's gonna be his like marquee, that's gonna be his like Eddie Murphy, Raw, like that's gonna be the one that people were just like, yeah.
And
you knew it.
The thing about Dave, man, is that he's not just one of the greats. Like when you listen to him, this man is so he's just a brilliant guy. Like his specials are brilliant.
He's real. He keeps it real.
He keeps 100. Man, and it's definitely like somebody who you don't come across this brilliance. Like it's not just DJing for a regular guy. Like this is like when we look back at 20 years from now, we're gonna be talking about this dude in even
Absolutely.
higher reverence. I mean, look how we talk about him now. He's already a legend.
Already. I
Yeah.
mean, it's funny because before I started DJing for him, I really knew very little about comedy, but I always hear people say he was great, and then to actually now understand why he's great. Like I always thought he was a great comedian, but like it goes beyond that. His ability to write fast. He's put out 4 specials, and we were about to film right before COVID hit, and he's about to put out another one in like 3 years. So it's just like his ability to write so fast and be off the
Yeah.
cuff all the time, and just it's genius. Like because now that I'm in the comedy world, I see like a lot of people. I mean, they're doing the same sets for years and years and years, where he every
Right.
year, every 8 months, 9 months, he has a whole new set.
No, Dave is, if we comparing it to hip hop, Dave is the Hove. He's the Hove of comedy. I think Eddie Murphy is the Rakim of comedy, where he actually changed it forever, like put it on such a grand stage, and showed that these comedians could be the actual top box office draw. Rakim, he changed the art of MCing, right? We had some great ones. We had Dougie, of course. We had Run.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Rakim came, it was just a shift. So I think Eddie is the Rakim of comedy, and Dave, how he puts these specials out so fast. You remember when Hove, he was putting out, when we was getting used to
The
Dynasty Rock
album,
La Familia, he dropped Blueprint on us a couple of weeks
Yeah.
later. Well, not exactly
facts,
a couple of weeks, but you know, Hove was
facts,
coming every
Right
9 months. He was coming
facts.
every 9 months. He wasn't letting up, and
hmm
Dave is doing it, and it's such a pleasure, man. Watching these
Absolutely.
guys and just enjoying it. I got to ask you, how's everybody doing? We saw Dave came down with
Every,
COVID-19. How's he doing?
everybody's doing good. Everybody's in
Good.
good spirits. Everybody doesn't have severe symptoms. Our group chat is going crazy because everybody doesn't have anything else to do. So
Yeah.
everybody's in good spirits. So that's good.
That's dope, man. And it actually is not Bo King Woodbine, everybody. Forget what you done seen on the gram and Fox News. We don't
We
all look alike like
That was
That was
that was
crazy.
crazy. That
crazy.
was
I
crazy.
thought somebody was like spoofing me, and then when I saw it was real, I was just like, these guys right here, out of touch.
Man, you guys are weird. But
Out of
prior to Dave getting sick, man, you guys were actually so active, giving us new
Yeah.
stuff during the whole pandemic. What was that time like when, most of the country, most of the world really couldn't move, but you guys were still giving us content?
Yeah, I have to say that all my DJ friends were jealous of me this whole summer. I mean, Dave decided to do outdoor shows in a cornfield, and when he first said it, we all were kind of like, "That's ridiculous." And how are we going to keep people safe and all this stuff? And then he put it together. Like we were in the middle of a field, in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, where he lives, and we were doing these shows, and then the energy that of and appreciation of the people was just like infectious. Like people were coming from all over the world. There were some people who came from overseas just to come to see these shows because they knew it was going to be history. And he
Mhm.
brought all his comedian friends, everybody from, I mean, even David Letterman came.
Man,
David Letterman,
Wow.
we
uh,
saw
Kevin
Kanye and
Hart, Jon
Talib.
Stewart,
hmm
Ali Wong, Sarah Silverman. Like, I mean, everybody came. And so
hmm
it was just magic. And it was so many other things that we're doing, just being out in the country, the whole experience. I mean, we were kayaking. Just imagine like you see Chris Rock kayaking down a river. It's like it's like 50 of us like rolling through Ohio on kayaks. Like it was like that whole experience. The summer camp was unreal.